as Paul says, to not be in the right position. Okay? Getting back to the word. But now are they many members, yet but one body. And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee. Nor, again, the head to the foot, I have no need of you. Nay, much more those members of the body, which seem to be more feeble or necessary. 23. And those members of the body which we think to be less honorable, upon these which we bestow more abundant honor. And our uncomely parts have more abundant comeliness. Okay, 24 says, for our comely parts have no need, but God hath tempered the body together, having given more abundant honor to the part which we lacked, that there should be no diversities in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another. Now, when you look at a church, and I don't mean to be beating up on the church, but like Paul say, I don't want to have you ignorant. I love your soul too much for you to be ignorant to this thing, playing, faking. But when you look at the church, you got cliques with inside the church. Oh, I don't mess with that side of the church. They not holy as me. Oh, I don't mess with Brother Watermelon. I don't mess with Sister Neckbone. I'm not cool with the apple side and the oranges and all this kind of stuff. Let's get it right. Because as Paul says right here in the first book of Corinthians, there's different members, different parts, but one body, one spirit, one God has made us all. And he's put us where we need to be. So therefore, I am one position. My experiences, my wisdom, and my knowledge is not the same as yours. So just because my wisdom and my knowledge ain't the same as yours, don't give you the right to call yourself like what it says over here. I have no need of you, because you're not the hand. The hand tells the foot, hey, we don't need you. Come on now. Something ain't right. We're not doing this the way that we supposed to do this. And we have to get it right. It's mandatory that we get it right. Now, as we read on, it speaks about the different gifts of the Spirit. Everybody's not a preacher. Everybody's not a pastor. Everybody's not an evangelist. Everybody's not a prophet. But everybody wants to be the same thing. Now, if you go back here to Corinthians 12:17, it says, if the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? If the whole body were hearing, where were the smelling? So if we all was the nose, then who would be seeing? If we all was the nose, who would do the hearing? If we all were the nose, who would do the talking? That's the point I'm trying to make. Now, seriously, we need to get on our face, on our knees, on our face, and enter into that prayer closet to really find out where we're supposed to be within inside of the body. How's the lungs gonna do what the heart's supposed to do? It can't, because it's not meant to. As Paul says right here in 18, but now hath God set the members every one of them in the body as it hath pleased him. God put the experiences in you that pleased him. God put you where he wants you to be to please him, so that he get the glory. Not you get the glory, not me get the glory, not the church get the glory, but so that God get the glory. And the word tells us that no man can take my glory from me. That's what God says. Now, with that in mind, let's keep going. We're going to go to, we're still in Corinthians, but we're going to go to 12:28. And it says, and God has set some in the church, first apostles, secondly prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles, then the gifts of healing, helps, governments, diversities of tongues. 29 says, are all apostles? No, all are not apostles. Okay? And he goes on to say, are all prophets? No, all are not prophets. And he goes on to say, are all teachers? No, all are not teachers. And then he says, are all workers of miracles? No, all are not workers of miracles. Okay? 30 says, have all the gifts of healing. Do all speak with tongues. Do all interpret. But convert earnestly the best gifts. And yet show I unto you more excellent way. A more excellent way. Paul is telling the people of Corinth, I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to teach you how to do this. Because I don't want to have you ignorant. We've been ignorant too long. We've been ignorant for thousands of years now. Almost 3,000 years we've been ignorant. For over 3,000 years, we haven't been an effective body of Christ. Now, if you think we've been effective, make me a believer. Show me. Don't tell me. Show me. You got to prove it to me. But like Paul say, everybody in the church is not going to speak in tongues. Because it ain't meant for everybody in the church to speak in tongues. It's not meant for everybody in the church to interpret tongues. It's not meant for everybody in the church to be a preacher. It's not meant for everybody in the church to be a teacher. It's just not meant. Because God sets us like a chessboard. 8 on the front row, 8 on the back row. And each piece does something different except the pawns. They move, they open up, they can go 2 forward, or they can just go 1 forward. And then they go to the left 1 square or to the right 1 square to do a kill. But the other pieces, they move all around that chessboard. But they have to do it. They have to play their role. They have to play their position. Now look at it in the football game. You're not going to have no linebacker quarterbacking. You're not going to have no quarterback as a center. You're going to put the best person in the position. And that's what God is trying his best to do. But us as humans, man, we tend to move God out the way and do it our way. And we're not effective in the body of Christ. We're not effective. We claim to be effective,